up, y'all? It's your boy Bruhman from the 5th floor, and we are live for another episode of the Dress Code Podcast alongside the lovely, the stylish local, aka Ashley. And today, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm a little disappointed. You know when somebody comes on your show, you expecting like a pair of six or something, like a little gift package or some shit. But I guess nah, it's cool. But we got the one and only, fresh up out the Bronx, y'all. A living legend amongst us, the one and only J Tips, yo. Thank you for coming here, bro.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it. But
man.
we show love on the back end, so make sure we take care of y'all.
That's right. I'm a size 7 in girls, 5 in boys.
No, we got you.
And a half in boys. Thank you very much.
No, my man's back there. Take the information.
Got you. Taking the orders. I want to jump right into that. Matter of fact, now, we just joking right there, but with you being who you are now, what are those conversations like with amongst the people who you know? I know that has got to be frustrating.
No, you know what? It's not frustrating because my only job ever was working at Foot Locker.
Okay.
So from that point, you learn customer service. You know how to build like a clientele. So I'm used to people always asking for stuff anyway.
Got you.
And then from that, I went into doing like, I guess kind of people call like personal styling, but it's also like reselling. Like I was reselling shoes, so people always would be able to like reach out to me to look for stuff. But it's it's a flex now that they reaching out for your own stuff.
For your own stuff.
But it's, if anything, it's helped me be able to navigate the industry a certain type of way because the way I see people ask me for stuff, like I just learned that game on how I should ask for things. Like now I'm not afraid to ask people in the store or people I need to hold something because I done seen people come at me for every angle asking for certain things. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, bro, you know why I'm hitting you. Like, so,
3 o'clock in the morning is crazy.
3 o'clock in the morning, like, you know why I'm here.
Yeah, voice notes, 7-minute voice notes, like it just comes down to like, bro, you know my size. I don't want to ask again. So.
Nah, nothing be the best one where they hit you the week before and they want to talk about the kids. How's the wife? How's mom?
They got to line it up.
They got to line it. They got to set the plate. Now we make conversation like, yo, boy, I heard about the drop. Yo, talk to me nice.
Yeah, you warmed up now.
So now that you laid that foundation, you just said your one and only job was working at Foot Locker. So that's amazing to be where you're at now. So tell us about your journey into getting where you're at now with Saucony.
Me being a hustler. I think that's the one thing about having that New York like energy is like I've always been able to figure something out. Like whether it was to get fly, whether it was to just get a new pair of Jordans, or whether it was just trying to finesse my way into a situation. Like you know what I'm saying? So I just always been able to make something shake. So I was designing stuff just so I could wear to like different rap shows and just navigating the underground rap scene. And that's when like I started realizing that people would ask for stuff. People would be like, yo, bring another, like me doing even sit downs. Bring another hoodie, bro. Bring a hat. Bring this. Bring that. Bring a pair of socks. And I just realized that like maybe if instead of that same like repetitive putting all your time and money into making new music, maybe just make another collection. And I feel like that was the moment that I started to get traction online. My website started doing numbers and just people really started to treat me a certain type of way. So I just was always like, you know what? If I could do this, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. And before you know it, then, one knock at the door, another knock at the door. And, before you know it, then, now you got, some shoes and some hats and some full lines.
Some shoes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Hat Club that you had had started off as your first design with, right?
Yeah, no, Hat Club was the first like store.
Oh, first store.
But
okay.
I was to be honest, I was buying a Yankee fitted and going to Liz and putting my logo on it. And I had walked into Hat Club just seeing what type of different flavors they had.
Okay.
And somebody recognized me for a custom Nike that I had made online. And he was like, yo, you worked with Nike? I was like, nah, I did that shit just off of like a program. Like Nike had a program called Bespoke in the city where it's like, if people know what Nike ID is, it was you for $1,000 flat rate, you get to now customize every aspect of the shoe. But it was more like a service. So it was like you had to email for scheduling and so you could sit down and get a consultation and you talk about what's going on, and they lay the pricing out to you. But I just so happened that my homeboy was the one that was working back there, so I would go to the Nike shop and I would just kick it, look through the drawers, look at the laces, look at all the fabrics and stuff. So I just put on the high on my bucket list that if I ever get that car with a nice limit, or I ever just come across a little bit of extra, because it's different when you got money, you got to pay bills, but it's like you got extra $1,000 to just be creative. Like that's something not to underestimate. That so I got the bespoke. Everybody online was posting it. Everybody, the blogs was picking it up. So it was just something that people would see me in the street and they'd be like, "Yo, them shoes really coming out, bro?" And I'd be like, "Nah, that's just some shit I made." So he recognized me for that. And he was just like, if you ever want to make a hat with us, we wouldn't be able to put your logos and stuff on it, but we could do a little friends and family party. And so I just looked at it as an opportunity to make some flavors and do stuff. But even that, like, as soon as that dropped, like, you talking about like 20,000 raffles and stuff of people just trying to get my fitted. And I feel like as much as I've been able to have success in the sneaker game, I feel like what I did in hat world is like MJ level. So
yeah, that really. The hats, you took it to a whole nother stratosphere. Now, motherfuckers just walking around with audacious designs on their hats. It's at a whole nother different level. We had whole nother joints on the side of their brim right about now. It's crazy. So what was that transition like from the hats to the sneakers?
To me, it never felt like a transition, because I feel like fashion and shoes go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Like whenever you trying to get a fit, you got to get shoes no matter what.
It's the New York way.
So to me personally, like being a lifelong sneakerhead collector, been collecting since I was a child anyway, like I started getting my first chances designing other things. But the moment that even the door kicked open and they like, "Yo, would you want to do this? Would you want to entertain this?" I'm like, hell yeah. Which is just something that I always give myself credit for, because a lot of people sit on their hands and they wait for the big dogs to call, where I just looked at it like it's an opportunity to work. It's an opportunity. Like even with Hat Club, it's not the Yankees, but it's a way to make a Yankee. Like Saucony may not be like Adidas or Nike, but it's a way to make a shoe. So let's figure out how to turn, just lemons into lemonade pretty much.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You have single-handedly brought back that brand to a whole new demographic, through a whole different lifestyle, through a whole different emergence. Like, how does that feel? How does that weigh on your spirit? How do you feel that on you?
It's a big responsibility, because now I think everybody should design with intention, but designing for them feel like it has so much more at stake. Like I feel like everybody's kind of like seeing the shoes for the first time or purchasing that shoe for the first time, and it's almost like the sneaker culture is so bedded in and nostalgia that sometimes you only want to buy stuff you're used to. You only want to buy stuff you've seen and you grew up and you used to wear to grade school, and your mom got you or your dad bought you these for Christmas or something. So just to be able to design for them, and each time it feels like you taking a stride in the history, it's a big weight to carry. Like
I could imagine.
So, but at the end of the day, I think it goes back to just being the ultimate hustler and being happy to just design and create and feel free and love what you do. It's still fun.
Do they like, I want to do this and this? Go ahead. I feel like at this point it's like
they let him have like free reign.
Do it.
No, it's not like that.
Really?
I wish I could lie. It's not. It's definitely stuff that that I kind of like get excited about, that maybe they're waiting to see someone else get excited about, or maybe they like when you really behind the curtain, you seeing like a whole bunch of stuff they trying to find the right partner for, or we gonna bring this shoe back when a big name store or retailer want to carry it and stuff, and I'm just like, nah, let me just you know what I'm saying, like just being hungry, like send me the file, let me show you something. And I think that's just been a testament of my work, that each time I've been able to design something, maybe I design 2 or 3 of them just to have some options. And they love them. They like them. They feel like there's marketing behind it. There's intention. There's a story. There's a way to market it, and it doesn't step on this campaign's feet, and it doesn't really look like anything else in the marketplace. So it's a place for it. So I've just been lucky enough that I've been shooting at a high percentage.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of stuff I've been able to design, we've pushed forward, but it's definitely not. I can't walk in there and do it. I wish.
I have a question. So I know like designing for a big brand is a different thing, but when you design for yourself, like where do you start in your process?
To me, designing for myself, there's always like a comfort aspect. It's like more like, what's the need? What's the seasonal need? Like, am I designing for like the weather, or am I designing for like an occasion, whether it's a convention or pop-up I'm trying to do, or it's like I just see another brand do something that really motivates me. So it's like, it's different rules. And I seen this, like a quote that I guess came from like Kurt Cobain back in the days with, and he just was pretty much like, some of the best times in life, he had to go into a store with like a budget. Like, I went into a store with like these rules. I mean, not these rules, but this, like, all I got is $5 and I got to get the right thing. And that's what it feels like when I'm designing for a brand. Like, you design it in a box. Say you designing in like, this is all I can do. This is the most I can do. This is the time I can do it. You got to figure it out. We're like designing for your own brand. Like, you could wake up and you could buy 1 million sweatsuits, or you could buy 1 million t-shirts and stuff, but that's more strategic, and you need to like make the right choices on quantities, qualities, the colors, the fabrics and stuff like that. So it's definitely different, but I try to keep a similar aesthetic where I try to tell a story where at least people can wear my brand with the stuff that I'm designing for another company, where it almost like tells different stories, but it comes together.
Right. That makes sense. As a creative, because I know like, I feel like most creatives get into a mode or get into a certain space where they're struggling to create and they like hit a block. Do you hit blocks? And when you hit blocks, like what do you do?
Me, I hit a block a lot. Like the burnout is real. But I do recommend just people who, when you are feeling like just that block, or you're just struggling to kind of come up with stuff, like kind of always try to reconnect with the stuff that gives you peace. Because I think it is like it's still a spiritual game too. Like, not to sound too cryptic, but I do think there's sometimes like realigning with your wants, your needs, your whys, why you're doing something.
Right.
And also like remembering what got you here. Sometimes it helps you connect with like your purpose, and like, what is the reason why you're doing this, and what are you trying to accomplish and stuff. So me, I just try to always keep certain principles of always like, whenever I'm getting a little distracted and I feel like maybe I'm just doing something for the wrong reasons, you kind of like tug on my own tail and let me like at least answer these questions. And if you can answer them correctly and truthfully and be honest with yourself, then, you know, at least you'll find your way back outside of the noise and get to at least where you want to go. But also too, like, if you're creative, like, ask for some help too.
I agree. I feel like a lot of creatives don't know how to ask for help. I think a lot of times we want to do everything by ourselves, not realizing that there's something that we can outsource. Majority of the time, there's something you can outsource, right? Yeah. But I think being a creative, because you have a certain vision, you know how you want things to go, you kind of don't want to involve anybody else. And it's like risky, because it's like, okay, now I put you in my shit. It don't turn out how I want it to turn out. And now it ruins like everything that I had in my mind. Yeah,
but to me, I think the storytelling starts very early on. Like, even before you start to put pen to paper, or you open your designer files, I think you need to know, like, or I try to tell the story as far as possible. Like, I want to shoot something a certain type of way. I want to appeal to a certain type of customer. I want to do stuff. But it's also like me, I just know sometimes, like, as much as I've been blessed with opportunity and I've been able to accomplish a lot of things, I surround myself with a lot of people that do a lot of things better than me. Like, so I think a lot of my friends, I could still be able to call every day and ask how to do something, regardless of what I've been able to do in my career field. It's like, it's just, sometimes people don't understand that it's like, you really got to pull community and do certain things. Like, even the people that work for me, sometimes I got to ask them to solve certain things that I can't figure out, just because you got to learn how to kind of like it's not dimming your light to bring other people in it. So
Right.
just
And you gotta learn how to delegate too.
Yeah.
Like I think that's also another thing. Are you a control freak by any chance?
Oh no, not at all.
Because I know like sometimes with like create.
That's crazy.
People tell me I don't control enough.
I'm a control freak, so like delegating is very hard for me. It's very, very hard for me. So I had to ask.
My mother just asked me that last night. She was like, "Yo, do you think you're a control freak? Can you
A little bit.
I said, "No, I am. I'm a control freak as far as when it comes to whatever I'm creating or things that I'm doing, because I always feel like I can't trust anybody. I don't want to say I can't trust him. I'm going to be a micromanager. I'm going to micromanage because if it goes wrong, at least I know it went wrong on my accord. But if I leave it to you and it goes wrong, I'm going to be sitting there like, well, I could have did this. I know I could have did this shit.
Well, I can't trust everybody. If that falls under control, I can't trust, because I think I've been in situations where like I'm doing a lot of different people's job.
Right.
And people will be like, oh, bro, you can 100% ask me, or you can have this person do that, or you got this person do that. I'll be like, nah, I just think it get done better if I do it this way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Because also I think sometimes when people say that, they may not also have the best intentions, right? And they just want to say that they were a part of the thing when the finished product arrives.
No, yeah, 100%.
And it's like, actually, no.
Yeah.
I want to go back to what you was talking about with the as far as why you're doing and your purposes to why you're creating. And right about now in the fashion sphere, especially in New York's fashion sphere, the biggest topic that I'm seeing is streetwear is dead. Streetwear is dead. And I'm looking around and I'm clearly seeing streetwear is 100%, not 100%, but it's on a very serious decline because if you look at one brand, you've just seen 20 brands.
Yeah.
Nobody has a purpose anymore. Nobody is designing with any intention, and it seems like nobody has any form of why they're doing this, what they're doing this for. Everything is just shop drop. It's just a quick money grab. Do you feel like it's heading in that that direction right now?
Yeah, of course. I do think that, and it's funny because me having the music background, I do feel like the industry is very crowded now. I do feel like there's just a lot more in the pool. But I do think that it's still, no matter what's going on, you're still seeing the best rise to the top.
Yeah.
You're still seeing the brands that are really, really good rise to the top. But it's hard, man. It's a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of different things. But I do think that the industry, like a few years ago, like the only way for you to be able to create was to just print a t-shirt, was to be able to put all my ideas on a t-shirt, where now there are a lot of, whether it's just social media, TikTok or Instagram ads, where show you how to work with factories and showing you how to do stuff. And to be honest, man, sometimes trying to get 100 pairs of pants or 100 hoodies or something do cost the same price as some Balenciaga. It do cost the same. So I just think you also seeing people take steps in the right direction to be an entrepreneur. But I think you're also not seeing like the right guidance along the process of people making the right things, or being able to learn the industry the right way before they're already sitting on 20 grand in inventory just because they wasn't making stuff that feels like it don't look like Gallery Department, or don't look like just another brand. Like this look like Chrome Hearts. Like this is why you're not moving it, because you know what I'm saying? Like you have to still be able to get the smarts before you get the money, and some people are having the money before they get in the smarts in the industry.
Right now, I feel like the blueprint is Hellstar. Yeah. And everybody's complaining about it like, bro, you're doing nothing but just... What? Hellstar for streetwear? As far as up and coming, the aesthetic, the up and coming streetwear brands, the aesthetic, Hellstar is running the game right about now, because everybody is, all these young kids, all these young entrepreneurs who's trying to come up in the game, they're running and gravitating towards it. And what made it you could say it made it better or made it even worse, when he just recently did an interview talking about it, and he said, I love it. Like, keep doing it. Like, keep going at it. Keep creating. Like, go ahead. And now it's just giving. Now, for somebody who's in their 30s or late 20s is probably looking at it like, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I got to. But somebody who's a kid who's 21 years old is like, oh, it's the green light. He don't know no better. He think it's the green. He think it's the green light for him. But what you're really doing is you're killing you're wasting your talent. You're not. Nobody's trying to create a brand story anymore. That's what it is.
Storytelling is dead.
Nobody is creating a brand story with their brands anymore. It's literally just too much quick buck. Nobody's looking at the longevity of it, because if you want to drop a new line, your vein is now your vein is now a Hellstar design.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing how we could go from a Hellstar design and now you're just transitioning to the next best thing over and over again. Whatever's hot at the moment.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you. One of my friends, my close friends, he's like a fashion encyclopedia, and he will
bring
always
on one
say,
so I swear to God, my homegirl is smoking right now.
Nah, but he just always he one thing that he'll always say is that every brand has a reference to something.
Absolutely.
So to me, I always look at that, like, even the brands that you really, really are like, nah, I do mess with this. Like, he'll be like, bro, this looks like Marc Jacobs, this and that, or this looks like Gucci this looks like that, this looks like this. So I do think that, like, I don't hate that kids are so influenced by something that it made them sit there and put their dollars together and learn Illustrator and learn stuff like that. But I do think that eventually, to be sustainable, it's not how you got here, it's how you stay here. So if you look like another brand, people, what's going to stop them from just going back to that brand?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think it is? Because I feel like this new generation is a bit different from us, right? So the thing about it is yes, you have this blueprint that you're looking at as something to inspire you. But what I feel like most of them are not going to do is actually just use it as inspiration to create something new. And they're really just going to, like, add on to Hellstar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're not really creating something new, and that's the problem, because now we're just getting, once again, recycled versions of the same thing. And these kids can barely think for themselves on an everyday basis. When it comes to designing, I feel like a lot of them are probably not going to take it a step further to really, like, do their research in regards to references and different inspirations. Because when designers come out with collections, if you read the little, like, Vogue's blurbs, they'll tell you, oh, like, this is about illustration that it could be a painting that they saw, and the color in the painting was what sparked them to go on a tangent. And so I don't know. I just feel like the new generation is probably not doing that.
Yeah, but I may have not heard this from, like, fashion so much, but, like, even from, like, performing arts, like, you can influence somebody so much that the next generation will become a better version of you.
There's also that.
So I think
there's also that, true.
I think it's kind of fly that, like, Hellstar, somebody be like, nah, keep doing it. Because I think we so sharp that we gonna keep going.
We gonna keep,
Where, like, in a lot of industries, somebody might be scared of, like, somebody just feeling and looking like them so much that people might just want them a little bit more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they could do it at a better scale, better price, better quality, like, eventually you'd be like, damn, I used to see him in my brand. No,
and it'd be like that. What is it? The student eventually becomes the teacher or the master.
Yeah.
So that also makes sense as well.
I feel like everybody's really clinging on to what Virgil said with that, what is it, 3% rule?
3%, yeah.
Everybody's clinging on to that 3% rule right now, and I don't know if they're utilizing it I can't say everybody's not, but some people are not utilizing it the right way, and it just becomes a repetitive cycle. Super repetitive cycle.
Yeah, no, but even that, like, God rest his soul. Like, I think about a lot of days, like, what would Virgil do in certain situations, just because I've, even in my industry of, like, designing shoes and stuff, you see everybody fall off eventually. And, I think to myself all the time, Virgil never fell off. So it's like, if you're going to keep saying, like, oh, people going to get tired of this or tired of that, well, I've seen Virgil continue to take it to another level. But even that, man, like, sometimes I do think that, like, if the way I interpret, like, the 3% rule is just kind of like, it's just certain things that it do take a little bit of a wrist turn, or certain things that just make some magic. Like, we looking at almost empty shelves with one candle and 3 books. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we looking at, like a T-shirt with just a little hit of a graphic. Like, sometimes it just elevates your fly just a lot. But I do think that, like, you still got to tell a story.
Yeah.
You got to understand, like, stuff. But, I just took that as just a way to talk about Virgil.
Got you.
Virgil was-
R.I.P. Virgil.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that Virgil is a very big inspiration for
No,
you.
yeah, I think Virgil was just a very I'm all for forward thinking. Like I go on Netflix, I watch sci-fi shows and stuff like where's somewhere that the mind don't usually go. I'm all for stuff like that. Just in all type of mediums and stuff like. And I just think that Virgil was pretty genius at the things he was able to do. Like even when I look back and study some of like the Nike campaigns and stuff, like it was really like making the most of something that maybe nobody's ever been able to do before. Like putting out a lot of shoes at once and just changing the colors and running it back with new marketing and new campaign and this, that, boom, 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 boom. But it working every time.
Working every time.
Yeah.
What are your top 5 favorite streetwear brands? In order. I want to hear it in order too.
Streetwear. I'm gonna go because, like you said, like I feel like streetwear has a new definition now. Because I would wear stuff that's probably a little bit more elevated as streetwear now. Like I would probably wear Needles or like Martine Rose or stuff like that as streetwear, but it's not.
Got you.
Like so, I'm saying I think as streetwear, it's probably like Bape, Billionaire Boys Club, Stussy.
Have you been to the new store yet?
No, I haven't been.
Damn, I gotta get there.
Yeah. Last little flex. Last time I went to Stussy was in Paris, so you know that
Little
was
flex.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to talk like that. And then I'm trying to think about another streetwear brand. Like growing up, I was really big on like Kid Robot.
Oh wow!
That was
I kind of forgot about that for a second.
Dude, Kid Robot is where Wolford is.
Yeah.
And then I think like another big growing up brand. Probably like LRG or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
LRG was.
Yeah.
I had a couple fly LRG pieces. That was a real slept on.
Yeah.
See, my LRG was cool. I was heavy on Coogee.
Yeah.
I was big on Coogee. They used to call me Coogee Clark.
Not Coogee Clark.
Coogee Clark, boy.
Crazy.
I love me some Coogee, boy.
Wait, I have a question. So, I'll ask for 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 classic sneakers that you could reimagine. What would they be?
Ooh, I would first. I got to say the Air Force One.
Okay.
I just think it's just an unlimited canvas, like it's almost like a white T-shirt to me. Like you'd have seen it be done so many different ways.
Yeah.
And then I would probably say, probably like the Air Max 95. Just because that's just another nostalgic shoe. And then another classic. I'm just trying to stay with the classics. I told somebody this earlier, but probably like a Charles Barkley or something like that. I just think something that you don't see other people doing. Like I try to probably like the CB34s. Like I feel like I could get freaky with that. Like I feel like it's a lot of different layering and stuff where people would be like, "What you wear? Oh shit, yo, you went dumb."
I'm not gonna lie, for you, it'll be. And I think it'll only work for you because of the blueprint that you set with Saucony and and your mixture of the colors. That because you could take a pair of CB34s and let's say Nike did what he did on it. I'm gonna call them some Puerto Rican. I'm gonna call them some Puerto Rican Barclays.
Yeah.
It's gonna come off real Puerto Rican. It's like, yeah, only them niggas only the Demolos gonna wear those. You feel me? But because of his brand, it's gonna be like, oh nah. And like, how does that make you feel knowing that my name attached to this is gonna is the deciding factor of is he gonna wear this? Is they not? Because if I saw Nike create them shits, yo no say, I know body. I ain't black. I know body.
No, but I do think that it's earned. I don't think it's given. Like I don't think it's just people just like, oh yeah, I just like anything he doing. I think I've walked people on the process of like why I'm choosing colors, why I'm choosing materials, why like this flow like this, who I'm making it for, like the way the shoots look and stuff that. It does come off a little bit different that people's like, nah, I made something with some intention. And I feel like I represent people that's like just hardworking, trying to figure it out, get it out the mud. People see me struggle way more than they see me up. So I think people just could look on YouTube and stuff and be like, nah, he was figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like he was, so I just think that just my designs kind of represent that to people like more than maybe like what the colors actually might.
How often do people in your matter of fact, scratch that. do you know how much of an influence you play to the? Because bro, like, not too many of us get these opportunities. It's a very slim to none chance of us who get these opportunities. The seat that you're sitting in is a very big seat that you're sitting in. I don't mean to scare you or nothing like that. I know there's a lot of pressure on your back. You feel me? But like, do you really grasp that when you're walking through the streets, when you're walking through these events, and when you're in these spaces of people like really like? I could only imagine seeing you your reaction at Complex Con or something. like that.
No, it's I get the constant reminders from different places because I think a lot of times my friends or my kids or just people around me might see me so much in work mode that they had to tap me and be like, "Yo, those people, like, they want to talk to you," or people. But man, it's very special because people are coming from different countries to my pop-ups. People are like coming in groups with their family from Costa Rica and Ecuador, and they asking me to write Ecuador on the shoebox and stuff. Just to, like, people in the Philippines hanging up signs and stuff with just saying like, "We love J Tips. Please come visit us one day." Like, it's stuff like that that remind me. But I do try to tap myself on my shoulder as much as possible and say like, "Yo, I used to work at Foot Locker. Now I got my own shoe." Like, that's the dream come true. Circle. Like, you know what I mean? Times like I would work at Foot Locker next to other people, and we just like, "Oh, I hate this shit." Like, you know what I'm saying? And
every day.
So just to be able to kind of like flip the switch and like really like from the part-time employee at Foot Locker, this is making it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do remind myself that I do got that responsibility and shit. That's why I like not crashing out, doing things the right way, staying in control, being able to work in a professional manner and respectful and open doors for others. Because if I get in these rooms and I don't work a certain type of way, that's going to close it for the next person behind me. It's a big responsibility, man. I just feel like the impact of the steps I keep climbing is so important to a generation. But people tell me, they'll come up to me at Complex Con and like even from other brands, like, "Yo, thank you for all you doing."
That's fire.
You've spoke like people from even just people you wouldn't even expect. Like, "I'm the president of this company," or "I do this, I do that," and they're not even coming up to me trying to work with me. They just saying thank you.
Appreciate
like you gave a voice to the voiceless. You told people to think outside the box. You told people that there's other opportunities outside of waiting for Bad Bunny or Travis Scott to fall out of contract. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look in other places for some creativity. And that's all I've been trying to do.
That's dope.
Yeah, thank you.
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah. Now, because he says,
I'm trying to get you 3. You got 2 more.
Now, you said something in that right there, which was beautiful. That I want to put a little pressure on your back. You said you don't want to close the door for the next person with any of your actions or things of that nature. With that being said, with the power that you have now, what can you see yourself doing to extend that hand back to the next 22-year-old kid in the Bronx, the next 25-year-old out in Brooklyn? Not aside from being, because it's so many people. It's so many. I'll use rappers for instance. Like, it's so many people be like, "Yo, Jay gave me inspiration. He from Marcy. He a billionaire. Yada yada yada." Okay, cool. Jay's from Marcy. He made it out. It's cool. But what are we doing? Like, what are you doing? I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking you to show, how can I have this? How can you help me get here? You feel me? So with you in the position that you're in, instead outside of being just yourself in these spaces, what can you do to extend your hand out to say, "Yo," or would you like to do to say like, "Yo, this is what we got. This is what I can do right now for you."
I think what you just spoke on is important because I think a lot of what I can do is unlock something mental in you.
Okay.
Because a lot of these opportunities and a lot of the rooms I've walked in, I didn't realize that they were already waiting. Like, it's almost like they're already waiting for people to want to work and want to do things. But I think in this industry, a lot of people only see being a consumer, like buying, collecting, where it's not as much noise on the other side of like designing and impact and trying to affect people and doing things for your community and doing stuff. They actually would want to work on more projects where people are reaching out to them to clean a park and open a park and do a program in a school and uplift kids and teach a design program. But whenever people get around people that work for brands, they only ask for sneakers. So I think that continuing to unlock something in you that makes you feel like there's bigger opportunities and there's a way and there's something like I don't have to and I hear that a lot. I hear people their relationship with buying stuff has changed since they see me do what I do because it's like I think a lot of people think they're gonna end up on Nike or somebody's radar because they #1 customer in the world where it's just not gonna happen like that. It do happen with sending a resume. It do happen with showing up to community events and volunteering and just picking people's brains, taking each other and like being a human, take somebody's information, take somebody's card, like pop up where somebody gonna be at and just be able to network and communicate without asking for the next pair of Jordans. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that but I think I do have to lead by example to demonstrate that and explain that because I do think that people don't even understand how remedial some advice is. Like you telling somebody straight up, like, yo, bro, believe in yourself, count on yourself, stay positive, keep your mind, keep your head, keep your thoughts clear. Like they look like this nigga just told me anything. But that's just it's so important. You know what I'm saying? It's so important. Bro.
If I get to my dinner with Jay and this nigga tell me stay focused and on your grind, I swear to God you going from Basquiat to motherfucking Baldy. Oh God, I'm clipping off everything.
But I think you learn in this industry that the truth is in plain sight.
Oh, that's a
and
fact.
that you already and that's funny the dinner with Jay-Z reference because it's you learn early on that you already had the keys. To me, all I've been able to do since I've been in this game is uplift my friends, bring my friends with me to show them what I seen, and I feel like the bags start opening, the people's thought process start going, they come and it's just like, yo, bro, we here, like, you know what I'm saying, like, let's look at how this goes. And I haven't seen a person that I've shown something that wasn't able to continue to figure it out on their own after.
What was you going to ask?
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually going to take it way back to the childhood.
Oh.
I wanted to know, like, because I know a lot of people, like, what we're interested in or our career paths usually stem from childhood. So, like, were you drawing at a young age? Were you illustrating? Like, did your parents encourage you to do anything specific?
No. I think I drew. I think every kid, like, you want to draw better, or you just
of course
draw a lot of circles, try to make them interlock and stuff like that. But try to draw 3D. But I just think my mom and my grandparents, they just encouraged me not to get in trouble. I think just the black experience in the household is, don't have a kid, don't get in trouble. Like and I just always kind of just seeing that circumstance, or seeing like what my mother had or what my dad had or what my friends had or what people in my community had. And I think at an early age I recognized that I wanted more. Maybe I didn't understand what that more was, whether it was being a basketball star, like, every same kid backyard, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, trying to figure. I just knew that it was something bigger than what I had. And I just think that I just tried to work on everything until like at least something felt good. I knew like I didn't love school. I knew I didn't love like even as much as I was good at like baseball or something, like maybe I didn't love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to just keep working because I just knew that something ain't feel right about what I had. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it was just the energy. But my family, they just encouraged me just to not get in trouble. Like if you need your grandfather, make sure you call this number. If you need your mom, call this. So I just think, if anything, just being good example. Like I never in my life had to be like, don't tell me do something because I be seeing you do it. Like I feel like my family just was a good example to me.
And with your own kids, like any talents that you see. How old are your kids?
My kids 10 and 7.
Okay. So with them, I know like at this age you start seeing like the things that they're interested in. Like do you have any, or are you seeing any talents in your kids that you want to nurture?
No, 100%. I think my daughter, I feel like my daughter scares me sometimes because I think she's exactly like, she could take over the company and like not even like lose a hit. Like she could already know who do what. Like she's so observant and she know how to just delegate, and she's creative and she already draws. And stuff. But my son, I think my son is just, he's special in the sense of he's the outlier. Like, he thinks outside the box. He looks at the world differently than everybody, and that reminds me of myself too. So I just think that, like, it's funny how you see things, like how genetics work. You see little bits and pieces of you in each of them, but I do think that they both, I haven't seen which one of them might be a designer yet, but I do see, like, just the intention in both of them, just in different ways.
And if you felt like, if one of them came to you and said that they wanted to, like, maybe join you and work with you, like, would you allow it? Because I know some parents feel weird about it, like, they don't want their kids to work with them, and some are like, no, like, I want you to do this.
Oh, no, like, I would already speak that life into them. Like, you can ask, my man Muggsy's behind the camera, but, like, my daughter will try to fire him from something. He'd be like, I don't work here.
She firing people. I love it.
My son will tell somebody, like, you're not supposed to do that. The customer's gonna get a bad experience if they open the shoebox and it doesn't have that inside. Put it back. Like, so I think they already know, like, they got some stake in this, and they got some like, their words carry some weight, but. They definitely a little bossy and stuff.
You ever let them design a shoe yet?
Yeah, my daughter, not a shoe, but my daughter, like, she after my first shoe, she was just so happy for me. She drew, like, some leaves and some flowers on like construction paper, gave it to me, and I had them scan it and put it on the bottom of the next shoe box.
That is so
So my
dope.
second shoe was Saucony, the Grid Shadow 2. And her little illustrations, I put them at the bottom of the shoe. Just because or the shoebox, just because it was like, everybody contributes to everything. Just how you eat, you got to provide.
That is fire.
I absolutely love that. I love that. Little pieces of, like, your actual, you know what I'm saying, like, your real life, because you're more than just a designer. You're still a father and all of these other things. So I think that's dope.
I try to design with intention, but I try to, somebody told me a long time ago, you got to stay relatable, because when you're not relatable, people kind of, like, fall out of love with you. So it's like, when you telling all these stories about I love my kids, it's cool to a certain extent, but to somebody that don't got no kids, you're like, what's this nigga be talking about? So I try to like not force it on people too much, but I try to get a little bit, little Easter egg.
We were just talking about that, though.
I was just saying, like, we were just talking about that.
We just talked about that. So the last guest, she was saying that she finds it very hard to, like, just turn on the camera and talk. And I was saying I feel the same way. Like, for me, people, like, don't hear me speak often. I'm now getting into speaking more. Obviously, I have a podcast. But then just on Instagram as well, it's, like, not a normal thing for me to pick up my phone and just, like, record myself. And he was telling us that, like, we literally just have to do it because people like to know the person that they're following, right? So I guess you just got to find a balance of, like, how much you want to share. And he was just saying, like, a little window is good, like, just to let people know you. And
you got to give them a little bit just so they stay here.
I know.
Like, ain't nothing worse than when you go on somebody's page and be like, how do I even, like, how I get here?
Like, why am I following
when did I start following? I don't even know. Like, you don't even recognize nothing you see. You're like, I don't know how I got here.
Like, what's the story? Because also, back to the whole, like, storytelling is dead. I feel like for everybody, even whether you're a designer or an influencer, whatever it is, there has to be some kind of storyline that people are following. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
like, well, social media has become like a highlight reel.
Legit.
So I think that a lot of times, some of us are a little bit more open with being vulnerable when others are just, they only want to show you just the best version of them.
Yeah, they're too cool for school.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I repost stuff all day. Like, I repost every supporter and stuff. And sometimes people take pictures with me and I don't look great. But it's still like I make that person feel appreciated that they took a picture of me on the street or something like that. So it's like, you just gotta, who I'm hiding from. Like,
Can you even walk through Soho like on a normal day without getting mobbed? I
don't think, this still New York, so I don't get mobbed. Probably about 50% of people that know you say something. So it's more like a lot of head nods, a lot of peace kings. It's a lot of
peace kings.
There's a lot of there's a lot of salutes. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga getting dapped up by the 7%.
I have a question though. Like, how does that make you feel? Because I know some people, like, they don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't like that attention or feeling like they just can't go anywhere without somebody recognizing them.
I just wanted it so bad. I don't think I wanted the celebrity of it so bad, but I just wanted to be good at what I was doing for so long.
Make an impact.
Like, I wanted to be able to affect people and people love what I'm creating and stuff. Like, I probably have hit upload on 1 million projects. So when they started really like loving it and supporting me, I'm seeing people wear it and wear it in the street and wear it unconditionally, not even just because this my friend's shoe. Like I was in the food court in the mall with my son yesterday. Somebody walked past me with my sneakers on, and they didn't say hello. They didn't say nothing. They probably like, this don't got nothing to do with you. These are fly.
This is fly.
This is for me.
You know what's so crazy? It'd be crazy if they don't even know it's you.
Yeah,
Yo, that's the crazy. And I feel like there's probably a lot of people like that
damn,
too.
son. Like I was in Mexico last week, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'm looking at the hat he got on, and he has on a John Stan hat.
Yeah.
LOL.
And I'm like, is he American and he's in Mexico too? So I'm trying to gauge who he's speaking no English. Yeah. His whole family is Mexican. Wow. And I'm like, damn.
The reach is
that's
far.
That's how hard people working.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out John
You
Stan.
from Mexico. You went, this is, I was, fuck the bullshit. I wasn't even on Mexico mainland. I was in Cozumel. So I'm on a whole nother island. And these niggas, and homie had on a jump. I'm like, yo, that is wild. And I promise you, if John was to walk right past him, he'll walk right past John. And he wouldn't even know this is his hat. I feel like that is such a dope and surreal moment. Like, you just get to sit there like, I had to tap my son like, hey, little nigga. That those. That was mine right there. That's too fly to me. That is a too
my
fly.
My son's a weirdo. My son's old enough that people in his school acts like people in school, like other kids and like the teachers and stuff. Like even my daughter. I think my son got the confidence to be like, no. my daughter be like, this person's your biggest fan and they want this and it's their size and this.
So they'll ask for things. Oh, that is so precious.
Yeah, so that's how you know, like you grinding. You in the elementary school.
Yeah, if the kids know who you are, because the kids don't give a damn about nothing.
But with that, so it's funny that you said that. Now you worked in Foot Locker, so you know about things being exclusive. You know about hard to get things. But now it just feels like the sneaker game is like, bruh, like. You can't even. Everybody, I just saw that they were fighting over the Cool Grey 9s up on Fordham Road, and somebody posted they was like fighting.
Why?
For the 9s? Oh, New York is back. They was excited about that because we ain't seen a squabble for some sneakers in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares.
No. Everybody cares, but there's no longer accessibility. You can't camp out for sneakers anymore because everything is online.
But I feel like that also led to people not caring. I feel like people just like, all right, I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they kind of
even all the secondhand, like it's not that much more. Like the extra 50. If I gotta pay extra 50 not to get in a fight, I'm gonna pay that extra 50. Like you know what I'm saying? So. It's interesting to kind of see the fighting come back.
How do you feel about the sneaker community though with all the apps and all the like it's kind of limited accessibility to it and the reselling and things of that nature?
I think because I've seen both sides of it, like you got to respect the game, respect the hustle, because a lot of it is just how people gonna survive. Like you know what I'm saying? If say somebody that did a pre-order or something like this, like if I waited and I need to get this size 12. I need to get this size 12. Like, you're not about to come in front of me. You're not about to say nothing because I need that. Like, my man's going to give me this 300, and I'm going to have a good day after I get that 300. So I just think that, like, in New York, it's different than other places. I'm pretty sure everywhere has people that hustle for a living. But in New York, like, man, like, it's expensive to live here. So, I don't knock nobody. Even at my own pop-up, like, when the resellers started really, like getting rowdy and stuff, like me coming from that side of the business, you recognize the faces. The only thing that I just could kind of do is just make sure like you speaking to them like they're human. You're not treating them like they're not being seen because they will turn this whole shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like as much as people like, oh, you're going to let him skip, you're going to let him be like, bro, it's either you let him get the shoe or it become a bad day for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just, if that's all he need, like, alleviate the situation because some people willing to take it there.
Do you feel like the reseller like community is out of control at all?
I can't say they're out of control. I think it's the people that they selling to are contributing to the price. And if I know that like only thing protecting me from a $500 come up or $600 come up is this glass wall and this store opening at 9 o'clock, then I think that people outside trying to go crazy for less money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's, as long as people willing to pay the price, like, you're going to see this industry continue to birth new resellers and new people that are trying to get bread, because no matter what, like it's the power of the dollar. So unless brands start making the same shoe over and over again and like over and over again where it kind of like alleviates that, then it's going to keep going that way no matter what.
Man.
Well,
this sneaker game is wicked, man. I just want to. I be trying to get. I just log on. I don't even go on the app no more. I give up.
Yeah.
I just remember I was telling you, like, I didn't get into sneakers until probably like maybe 2018, 2019. Like, I always had like a pair here and there, but then I started dating somebody who was like collecting since he was fucking 10 or some shit. Like, so nigga had mad sneakers, and he would just start sending me sneakers, and he'd be like, "What you think about this?" But for him, and then on my own, I just started like looking for things, and I like started buying sneakers or whatever. But I get why it's very addictive. Like, I can see why people like constantly looking for like the next drop, and I was on the app trying to get sneakers. Like, it was a whole time, but I don't have it in me anymore.
That collector spirit, like, man, we grew up collecting everything, bottle caps, Pokemon cards.
Oh my God, Pokemon was so
action
good.
figures and stuff. I just think that like sneakers somehow get a bad rap, but even people collect bags and jewelry and stuff in their favorite brand and stuff all the time. But sometime when it comes to being in the city, you seeing people line up every day for cupcakes and cheesecake and
yo, the line for
pizza.
Crumble be ridiculous.
And them cookies are nasty. So I keep hearing. So it's
Thank
just
you
like,
for
why
blocking our endorsement.
No, but it's just
the fuck.
But I keep hearing that. I haven't had them, but people like the reviews are crazy. It's very mixed. Like,
if
I
you
don't
have
know.
to do an ad for Crumble, they're gonna put home.
They're gonna
loop. They're gonna put a beat behind it.
Yo, I just want to thank you so much for coming up and dropping so much knowledge and so much game. And I want you just give you your flowers to just let you know the inspiration that you serve to this community. It's not too much people who get to be in the position that you're in. And I can't tell you what you do, but I hope you are very cherishing and very grateful for the opportunity that you have. And I can't wait to see what more you have in store.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I just try to just motivate people. I think that it don't stop with me and start with me. Like, I think that people can be able to continue to just take the game that I love since a kid to another level, man. When I was in high school, like, they told me this wasn't a sustainable career, fashion and shoes and resale and working at retail, anything. And man, it's the game is flipped on top of his head. Like,
ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? So just try to keep motivating.
I don't think you got to let the people know where to find you. They already know where to find you, right?
On all platforms.
On all platforms. Y'all know where to find them. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Dress Code Podcast.
Yes.
It's your boy Bruhman from the 5th floor alongside the lovely stylish local and our guest Jay Tips. Thank you so much for coming again.
We
out of here.